gosh, Bitcoin's above $40,000. Oh my goodness, it's going to rally. It's going to do a lot. Okay, hang on. I'm going to pour some water on that because that's what everybody's reaction is right now because Bitcoin's been in a downtrend for the last 3 months. And everybody wants to freak out and say, oh my goodness, Bitcoin's above 40K. We're going to the moon. That's not my reaction. I want to tell you what my reaction is because hopefully I can dispel some of the FOMO without, raining on the parade too much because I do actually think that Bitcoin is probably about to go into a pretty big uptrend. So here's the deal. Whenever Bitcoin goes into a new trend, of course, we get excited about that, whether we're bulls or bears, because it means something new is happening. It means that, okay, Bitcoin's going into an uptrend. Awesome. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to ride it to the upside. It's going to go back to all-time high. But then if it's going to the downside and we're bears, we'll be like, awesome, we're going to short this. Bitcoin's at 65K. It's going to go down to 40. I'm going to short it. I'm going to make some money. We get excited whenever trend changes happen, especially trend changes that are going from downtrends to uptrends, and there's nothing wrong with that. What is a problem is whenever our excitement leads us to making trades rather than our logic and our analysis leading us to making trades. Let me tell you what I mean. I personally believe that there's a pretty good chance that Bitcoin's about to go into a strong uptrend. But I'll tell you the exact same thing I told you a week ago before Bitcoin had this breakout. And that's very simple. If Bitcoin is going to go back to all-time high in the next 3 to 6 months, there are certain things that I'm going to need to see. Now, obviously, I don't have a chart in front of me, but I have it all in my head. So I'm going to give you some homework to go and look at these technical indicators on your chart so that you can see the confirmations. If Bitcoin is going to go back to $69,000 in the next 3 to 6 months, several things need to occur in my mind. These are what are known as confirmations of an uptrend. Number one, I want to see Bitcoin above $42,000 for 7 to 10 days. At the time of recording this video anyway, Bitcoin's at $41,600. It has not yet broken $42,000 is a remarkably important level of resistance for Bitcoin right now because it has served as a major level of resistance and support in the past. Namely, I believe it was January 6th or 7th, it was early January of 2021 that Bitcoin tested $42,000, used it as an all-time high rejection. That set 42K as a major level of resistance, and then it has been turned into major levels of support in the last 6 months. So number one, if Bitcoin's going to go to all-time high in the next 3 to 6 months, I want to see it above 42K for 7 to 10 days. And I'll get to why 7 to 10 days is significant here in a little bit. Number two, I want to see Lux Algo flash bullish with a buy signal, trend catcher green, and Lux Oscillator green. All three of those, that's my confirmation of an uptrend, not only on the daily chart, not only on the 2 daily chart, but on the 3 daily chart. I want to see that occur, and I want to see that be maintained for a total of 7 to 10 days. Number three, I want to see the 3 daily chart MACD cross bullish and stay bullish for 7 to 10 days. And number four, and this one I believe has already happened. Again, I don't have a chart right in front of me, but I'm pretty sure this has already happened if memory serves me correctly from yesterday's stream. That is, I want to see the 14-day moving average on the 3 daily chart RSI be broken and the RSI stay above that for 7 to 14 days. RSI on the 3 daily chart for Bitcoin over US dollars right now is roughly, I want to say about 37. I want to see it stay above 37, maybe pushing up towards 40 for 7 to 10 days. So those are 4 major trend reversal indications that I am looking for. Notice not one of those has happened yet because it hasn't been 7 to 10 days. Yesterday is when we broke bullish. So why am I saying give it 7 to 10 days before you get super excited about Bitcoin? Well, here's why. It's actually very common for Bitcoin to have explosive movements to the upside like this during downtrends. They're called tertiary movements to the secondary downtrend. That would be the technical term. A primary trend is a bull market or a bear market. Right now, for reasons I've explained many times, we are still in a bull market. However, we're in a secondary downtrend to the primary trend, which is a bull market. So primary trend, bull market, secondary trend, downtrend. We've been in that downtrend since November 10th of 2021. About 87 days, something like that. The tertiary movement to the upside is what we're in right now. We're in a tertiary movement, but it has not turned into a secondary movement. It has not moved up that ladder to a secondary movement just yet because it has not had long enough to confirm. We've been trending to the upside for 24 hours, actually about 30 hours when you're seeing this video. Not very long at all. So here's my simple encouragement to you. If you are FOMOing into trades right now, probably don't do that because Bitcoin can very easily drop from here. Think about it like this. The longer something takes to build, the more stable it'll be. The shorter it takes something to build, the less stable it'll be. Think about it like a building. If you're building a skyscraper and you throw the entire skyscraper together in the span of 2 months, from foundation laying all the way to topping out party, you got 90 floors on this building. Do you expect that's going to be a very sturdy skyscraper? Or would you think that the skyscraper that took 10 years to build, not because of bureaucracy, not because of, paperwork and red tape, but it took 10 years because they were meticulous. They said, okay, we're going to spend 3 years on this foundation because we want this thing to last for 500 years. We're going to spend 3 years on the foundation, we're going to spend 3 years on the steel frame, and then we're going to spend 4 years building out the rest of the building. Which building do you expect is going to be more sturdy? I would expect the building that took longer to build to be more sturdy. Think about it like a company. Many companies show up overnight, go from $0 to $1 billion in market capitalization, and then they disappear just as soon as that they grew. But then you look at a company like an Apple or an Amazon or a Microsoft, and these brands have been around for 20, 25 years. These are companies that have been built slowly and meticulously. This is where the whole idea of don't try and get rich quick comes from, but actually the idea of get rich slowly, because when you get rich slowly, you're probably getting rich sustainably. Might want to listen to that again. What's my point here? Bitcoin trending to the upside for a day is like betting on the structural stability of a skyscraper that was built in 2 months. I would much rather let this uptrend last for 2-3 weeks and then bet on it. And yes, I might miss out on absolute gains. I might not get in at 42K. I might get in at 48K. But so what? I'll miss out on $6,000 of price appreciation, maybe 10% of my total profit if we're going back to 100K, or if we're going back to all-time high in 100K, but I will reduce my risk by probably 75-80%. So I stand to lose maybe 10% of my gains, but I reduce my risk by 75%, somewhere in that ballpark. That's a good trade to me. So I've given you the things that I'm looking for confirmation. And I've explained to you why I'm giving this 7 to 10 days before I bet the farm on this uptrend. As soon as we've seen those 4 metrics play out for 7 to 10 days, I will be pretty confident that we're in a sustained uptrend and we're going back to all-time high. Until that occurs, I am not, and I'm still in the camp of the bears. And if we don't have those things occur, then we're probably still going back to $33,000. Now, I want to be very clear. The bulls do look like the faction that are about to win. I'm not saying I'm betting on 33K. What I am saying is that if those 4 criteria, above 42K for 7 to 10 days, Lux Algo buy flash on the 3-day for 7 to 10 days, MACD cross on the 3 daily chart for 7 to 10 days, and above that moving average on the RSI for 7 to 10 days on the 3 daily chart. If those 4 things don't occur, then remember the if-then statement of price predictions that we do. If those 4 things don't occur, then I'm betting on 33K. But if those 4 things occur, then I'm betting on 65K in the next 3 to 6 months. So that is my prediction. It has been my prediction for the last 3 weeks. I would love to hear your prediction in the comment section down below. Tell me if these market updates like this are helpful. I hope that they are. I want to make sure you guys are not only informed on what's going on in the cryptocurrency market, but you're also educated on how to think about the cryptocurrency markets, because financial sovereignty, which is what we stand for, that's our vision statement, to help all of you achieve financial sovereignty, meaning control over your finances and control over the financial tools that you use. To help you achieve financial sovereignty, I have to first help educate you on the cryptocurrency markets based on the knowledge that I have gained over the last 5 years that I've been working in the space. 4.5 years I've been working in the space. So tell me if this video was helpful. Maybe share it with a friend if you haven't already. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the post notification bell, and make sure to follow me on my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok at CryptoJeb over on Twitter and Instagram, and at CryptoJebOfficial over on TikTok. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow for another car video. Peace.